Okay, welcome back, you guys. In this video, we're going to learn how to make a reel or a vertical video. So we're starting with a horizontal video, because we shot it horizontally for YouTube, perhaps. Maybe it is going to live on the website, but now maybe we want to repurpose it and post it on social media, and we'd like to turn it into a vertical. Okay, so this is very easy. If you watch my mouse, you go down here to the bottom right, and you click on this little settings wheel and it opens up this box and you're looking for this one that says use vertical resolution. Okay, so we'll click that, hit save, and there you go. So it turns your canvas vertical. Okay. So there's a couple things we'll have to do, but before we move on, I will mention that you could get there this way too by going to File, Project Settings. Okay, so File, Project Settings would also get you to that same area, but a shortcut is this little thing at the bottom right, this little settings wheel. That's your shortcut to that project settings. Okay, so if I unclick it, hit save, we're back to horizontal. So this was our original footage. Now, as a side note, make sure if you're gonna do this or if you need to do this, you should be shooting in 4K at least, so that you have enough resolution so that when you go vertical, you can crop and zoom in and out as you need, and you're not gonna lose your resolution. 1080, it's not going to be as crisp or sharp, so I would recommend 4K or even higher if you have the option. So, okay, let's go and do that again. So we're going to the project settings wheel down here. We're going to click on use vertical resolution, click save, and we have our vertical. Now, once we have this, then we're going to have to reposition. So we go over here into our inspector tab, and I'm going to go to this position area here, and I'm going to move myself over into the center. Okay, so depending on what your clips are, maybe there's movement, there's other things going on. You're going to have to deal with that as it comes, and you're going to have to reframe and see how you want this to work in a vertical situation. Okay, so that's not bad. And my footage was shot in 4K here, so this looks really nice. Now, something I'll mention too for social media, you could leave it full screen. There's no reason why you can't do something like that too. Like if you wanted to not be so zoomed in. I see people posting with a little black bar on the top and bottom. It's whatever you want it to be, really. But if you want it to fill the full screen like that, so then yeah, we could even just refresh that, and there we go. Okay. Now, another handy little tip is if you go over here on the right side, if you watch my cursor here, where it says expand view, if I click on that, it gives me way more real estate for making my reel big, so I can really get in and see what I'm working on. If I go like that, you can see here. It's a smaller area, so sometimes it's tough to tell, like, is it framed properly? Is it not? So I like using this expand view because look at that huge space, and you can really zoom it in like that. So that's pretty cool. So we have our vertical reel. What I'm going to do is I'd like to put some captions on it, and I think I'd like to add some music and really get this thing ready for social media. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to export it, and I'm going to toss this into CapCut because CapCut has some pretty fun presets for their captions, and they've got some royalty-free music that we can grab as well. So a lot of times when I'm doing a reel for social media, maybe I'll do the whole thing in DaVinci, but there are times where I like to hop over into CapCut and just see what some of my options are. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to my Deliver tab, and I'm going to give it a title. So I'll call this, let's use my name, Jeff, Speaking Reel for CapCut. Okay, and we'll hit Add to Render Queue. Let's save it to my desktop, and hit save, and let's render it out. Okay, good. Now let's hop over into CapCut. So we're in CapCut. I'm going to click over here on Create Project. And let's go find my reel on the desktop. Here it is. Okay, and we'll just toss it in. Good. And then we'll drag it down to the timeline. Light, which it gives us nice separation off the background, a little more pop, just an interesting, more slick sort of look. And then at the back there, I've got two lights set up just as Good. Okay, so I'm going to actually cut this. I'm going to look for a spot where I stop. So here I've stopped. Ooh, I'm making funny faces. There. Okay, I'm going to cut it there for example purposes. Now, let's give it a play for a second.
Coming from this direction, so I've still got that shadow side.
Perfect. Now, before we add music, I would like to add some captions. So the way we do that in CapCut is we go up here on the top left and we click captions. And the first step is going to be to hit generate. So it's just going to generate just our standard looking captions. And then we'll add some templates or presets after. So hit generate. Let it run. Okay, there we go. So let's give it a quick play and double check.
There's actually quite a bit going on here. We've got the softbox coming from this direction, so I've still got that shadow side.
Perfect. Okay, so now if we want to edit the text, if we needed to add, punctuation or check for spelling or whatever it is we think we need to fix, you can just scroll through and click on the line like this and go in and just edit it yourself, okay? And I would recommend going line by line and really making sure it's correct. You don't really want to have mistakes with this stuff when you put it online. Okay, so now let's highlight our captions and let's hop over here to our text one where we are now. And let's go over to this one called templates. Okay, and then now you're going to see all these built-in preset templates. And some of them are kind of cool and fun. Some of them have emojis. Some of them, might be a little cheesy. You decide. If you want this look, you might not want this every time, but if you want some simple, fun, kind of trendy, TikTok-y sort of captions, this is a good place to find them. So for example, you could really just scroll through and click on anything. So let's click on this, for example. Takes a quick second, and then you can go and play.
It gives us nice separation off the background.
Right, and you can see how it looks. So I don't know if I'm loving that one. So you would just keep going. You'd scroll through and see what they look like. Like here, this one might look like too much to me, but let's see.
Okay, you guys, for this last setup, there's actually quite a bit going on here. We've got the softbox.
Right, that's pretty cool. So that's not the greatest for this exact video. It doesn't really match up for this video, but you could totally have something where this is like exactly what you need. Something a little more bubbly and happy and maybe faster moving. That could be pretty fun. Maybe there's something a little simpler we could find. Like, let's see, what do we think? Maybe one of these.
Okay, you guys, for this last setup, there's actually quite a bit going on here. We've got the softbox coming from this direction.
Okay, close. We're closer. Let me find one more option here and see if we can find one I'm really happy with. Let's see. There's so many options.
So I've still got that. Okay, you guys.
No, that one has emojis. I don't want it. It's too much, in my opinion. I just want something simple. I'm going to go back up and let's go with this.
Okay, you guys. For this last setup, there's actually quite a bit going on here.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I can leave something like that on, and that would be cool. Now, I would like to add some music. So the way we can do that is here under audio at the top left. So click on audio, and they've got a ton of options. You can actually type stuff into if there's anything specific. And, like say you want rock music, maybe you want funk, maybe you want to say a genre like, or a line of work like real estate or corporate. There's so many things you could do to filter this, which is awesome. And they've got their list here, like as you can see, vlog, marketing, cute, dreamy. So let's see vlog, and let's just click on one and preview. Cool. Let's try a few more. Okay, let's go down to marketing. Let's see what's there. I'm thinking hip hop. Let's hop over here. Hip hop. Let's hop over here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay. This could work. Let's grab this. You even just hit the plus sign here and it'll toss it in. Let's bring it back this way and let's play it. We're gonna have to work out the levels because the music could be too loud for our vocals. But let's see.
Okay, you guys, for this last setup, there's actually quite a
It's a little loud, but I think this is gonna be cool. So let's bring the volume of the music down
bit going on here.
even more.
We've got the softbox coming from this direction. So I've still got that shadow side, but now we've got this kicker over there giving me this little strip of light, which it gives us nice separation.
Hey, that's not bad. Okay, then let's just turn up the volume on my vocals a little bit. Hop over here to where it says audio. Let's get those levels a little higher. So we're basically mixing this thing now. We're just trying to make the music and my speaking sit together nicely.
We've got the softbox coming from this direction. So I've still got that shadow side, but now we've got this kicker over there giving me this little strip of light.
There we go.
It gives us nice separation off the background, a little more pop, just some interesting, more slick sort of look. And then at the back there, I've got
Okay, so I'm gonna actually set an out point and I'm gonna export this thing. So I'm only gonna export up to about there, just as an example. But now we've got a reel. This thing could be ready for social media. So I'm just gonna go over here and go export and we'll see what the whole thing looks like. We need to make sure video is clicked. There we go. And let's give it a name. So we'll call this Jeff Reel for socials with music and captions. And let's export and we're gonna see how our reel looks.
okay, you guys, for this last set.
Cool. Okay. We can click over here where it says open folder. And let's check it out.
Okay, you guys, for this last setup, there's actually quite a bit going on here. We've got the softbox coming from this direction. So I've still got that shadow side, but now we've got this kicker over there giving me this little strip of light, which it gives us nice
Awesome. Okay, so essentially it's ready to go. I could then just airdrop that to my phone and I'd be ready to post it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever social feed I want to use. So I hope that was helpful. That's how you would get yourself from having a horizontal video to a vertical video and then tossing it into CapCut to get some fun captions and some extra music. And that's how you do it.